Hello, my name is Emike Oyemade, and I am so excited to share my devotion with you this morning. First, I welcome you to a glorious month of December, the last month of the wonderful year 2020. If you were like me, I have been looking forward to December. I love December. I love the feeling of festivity, the atmosphere, the smell of Christmas, and everything that is beautiful about December. I am so excited that you and I have made it this far. It's an indication that God will take us further than where we are right now. My devotion this morning is taken from the book of 1 Kings chapter 19, an interesting story I always love to read. Now, before I read you that verse of scripture, I remember sometime last week I called someone who I haven't heard from for the past couple of months, and when I called her, I asked, "How are you doing?" And then you know how we Christians will go saying all is well when all is not well. She said, "Oh, we're blessed, we're doing excellently well, God has helped us," and stuff like that. Then I paused again and said, "How are you doing really? Tell me, I am interested." And then she went on to say, "It's been tough for us. My marriage is under attack. I don't know what's wrong with my husband. I have considered leaving him like 5 times through the year. My children have been sick. Well, you know that I lost my job during the coronavirus period, and the business that I started isn't going well. My mother-in-law and we are no longer in good terms. I'm just tired. I am at a point where I feel really very frustrated, disappointed, and angry." And I told her that it's fine, it's okay. At some point during the year, I felt so. I was just tired of everything. It just looks like things were not working my way. I also felt frustrated. I was also disappointed. And then I told her that, "Do you know that God doesn't count it against you when you feel frustrated at things you expect Him to do? Do you know that God is not angry when you are at this point where you are tired? This is December. This is the first day in December. Some people are rejoicing that they are seeing the year, but there you are. You are looking back and you're asking yourself, what is there to be excited about?" There is a prophet in 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 4, who also experienced that. Verse 4 said, it was talking now about the prophet Elisha. It said, "But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a long broom and asked that he might die." You need to read the story. I will encourage you to start reading the encounter of Elijah. Before now, this was a prophet who called down fire. This was a prophet who made a mess of about 400 prophets of Baal. This was a prophet who had been used mightily of God. But there was a point he came to when he was threatened by Jezebel. He came to under a tree alone, asking God to take his life. He was tired. He said, "It is enough. Now, O Lord, take my life, for I am no better than my fathers." I can imagine that Elijah had the year that we had, the kind of 2020 that we had when he was threatened by Jezebel. But you see, there was something this prophet did that we all need to do as believers. When you are tired, frustrated, disappointed, discouraged, turn your frustration to God. That was what he did. When he felt like he was going to die, who did he call? He said, "Oh Lord, take my life." Will God take the life of someone that he is not through with? No, God will not. But he called on God. And as he did that, the Bible made us to see that he fell asleep and an angel came and ministered to him afterwards. Are you frustrated? Are you disappointed? Are you discouraged? Are you looking at the year and said, "I wish this year would just wipe out"? I want you to know that God is there wanting to embrace you. He does not expect that we are going to be strong all the while. He does not expect that we will always be good. We will always have all the strength we need. Look through the scripture, you will see that even Jesus, when he was at Gethsemane, the Bible said that when it was getting time for him to die, it came to a point where he said, "If this cup would pass over me." It was at that point where he felt like this is just too much for me. If Jesus can feel that, how much more we? But when he died, he came to a point where we can actually go through circumstance because he had bared it on our behalf. What is it that you are going through? I stand in agreement with you that God's strength will take you through the remaining part of this year, that you will feel the love of God, that you will feel the strength of God, that you will see that God is working behind the scene to bring you out, that you will not give up, that you will not look at the circumstance and how other people are rejoicing over how glorious their year has been and you have nothing to rejoice. That God will open your eyes to see that you also have reason to rejoice. My friend, I know that the remaining 4 weeks of this month is too much a time for God to give you a miracle. Till I come your way again next time with more interesting devotion, stay